Hello, this is Maria Running Water, and I'm here to deliver our next guided intuitive meditation. So I'm hoping that you are all settled, either sitting or lying down. Please make sure your hands are not clenched and your legs are not crossed. So I invite you now to take a nice deep breath in, and as you do so, hold it to the count of 3, and then slowly exhale. And once again, breathing in deeply, hold it to the count of 3, and slowly exhale. Allow your shoulders to loosen and drop down a little bit further than they were a moment ago. Give your mind and your body a moment or two to realise that this is that time when you can simply relax and be. And this time, as you take a nice deep breath in, imagine you are breathing in everything that is positive in the atmosphere. And as you breathe out, you are releasing any heavy energies that you might be carrying at this point in time. And so breathing in all the positive energies. And as you breathe out, release those energies that you are carrying, that you don't need right now. And in every future outward breath, you can choose to release any discomfort, dis-ease, heavy energy of any kind that you discover within your body. So I invite you now to notice how the top of your head feels. And as you notice how the top of your head feels, also notice that somewhere in the cells of the skull and the skin and the hairs on the top of your head, there is a memory of what it is like to be still, to be calm, to just be. Imagine if you were to choose a colour that for you made you think of being calm and still. A colour that was peaceful and quiet. And imagine that colour seeping in to your head. Passing down around your eyes, into your cheeks, the sides of your head and the back of your head. And as that colour passes through you and washes over you, every part of your body becomes calm and still. In that most beautiful, gentle, soothing way. So let the colour flow now into your jaw and loosen your jaw. And on the next outward breath, release any tension that you've been holding there. And that colour now washes down into your neck and around your neck, into and over your shoulders. Down your arms, into your hands, into your lungs, and breathe out. Release any tension. That's it. And then follow this colour that you've chosen as it moves inside your rib cage and outside your rib cage, in and around your heart, moving down your spine towards your waistline, and it moves down into your abdomen, touching the tops of your hips, in and around your liver and your kidneys. And remember to release any heavy energy you come across, any discomfort or disease on each outward breath. As you follow this peaceful, still colour down into your hips, into your lower abdomen, around your backside and the tops of your legs, soothing and softening every part of your being as the colour travels in and around your knees, moving down your shin and your calves, in and around your ankles, the tops of your feet, the tips of your toes, and the very soles of your feet. And if you haven't already done so, and I invite you now to close your eyes and picture, if you will, that you are sat in an elevated place. It's a magical place. And you can look in either direction, down at the floor beside you. And if you looked to the right and looked down, you'd be able to see something beautiful through what appears to be a glass floor. It isn't, but that's what it looks like. It is as if you have magic eyes and you can see through to another dimension. And if you look to your left, you again have a different scene that you can see through the surface that's the floor beside you. And if you turn and look behind you, you have exactly the same again. You can see through the surface at something else equally beautiful and exquisite. And for some this might be a scene, a landscape. For others it might be faces. For others it may be geometric shapes and colours. And for you it could be something completely different. And in front of you, as you look through, you can see a single rose with each of its petals quite visible, and the centre of this rose being quite tight, but not so tight that you can't see each and every petal just a little bit. And as you look at this rose, you can see how soft it is. And the colour is very clear. And although this rose is perfectly still, you know it is very, very real. You could even reach out and touch it, because somehow that floor that was between you and this rose has vanished, and now there is nothing between you. You could smell the rose, you could touch that rose. And as you peer into the centre of this rose, you realise there is a hidden section right in the middle. And you imagine, what would it be like to step into that hidden section right in the centre of this beautiful rose. And as you think it, something happens. And it is as if you have become a miniature you with an altered awareness and sensitivity. And you realise now you are sat in the middle of that rose. You're sat on a cushioned fluffy bed, and around you are the smallest, most delicate petals. They're not holding you tight, they are simply stood upright all around you in a very protective nature. And you realise that there is layer upon layer upon layer of these protective petals all around you. And the further out that the petals are, the larger that they are. There is a gust of breeze, a gust of air, some movement, and you realise that here in the very centre of this beautiful rose, the breeze can't get at you. Nothing can get at you here. In this very delicate, real way, you are sat in the centre, unable to simply be, knowing that you are fully protected and safe. And so you practice stilling your mind. If any thoughts come into your mind, freeze them, stop them, hold them at bay. Don't allow the thoughts to complete. And each time you do this, you're aware of that stillness. True stillness just for a moment. So you hold your mind in pause, waiting, simply waiting and being. Now I'm going to leave you here for a while to enjoy simply waiting and being in your own unique way, safely snuggled in the centre of your rose. Soon the petals begin to open just a little bit more. As they do, you are aware of being in the heart, the very heart centre of this beautiful rose. Petals open up and you find yourself drifting away from the centre of this rose. The rose seems to be moving backwards away from you, back to its position in front of you. Below the surface, before you. And eventually, the surface of the floor and the ground around you changes back to how it was before you started to imagine a different kind of floor, before you had the magical eyes. And everything begins to stir inside you as your body begins to shift and wake up. And you're aware of a changing vibration around you, and you start to notice the noises and the sounds around the space that you're in. And you may hear creaks of the building and vehicles going by, or voices, or whatever there is around you, helicopters, planes, all manner of things, birds singing, maybe the sea. Whatever it is that is around you, you begin to notice the sounds that are around you. And then you notice your own breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. So continue to notice your breathing. In and out. Now let your attention once again move to the top of your head. And squeeze your eyes tight and then release, but don't open them. Move your jaw. Wriggle your lower jaw about. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Move your arms one by one. Wriggle your fingers. Allow yourself to really become aware of your body. Roll your shoulders. Wriggle your waist. Move your hips. Flex one leg, flex the other. Wriggle your toes. Perhaps tap your feet on the floor if you're in a sitting position. Clap your hands together. Touch your cheeks. Touch the top of your head and then the back of your neck. And take another nice deep breath in. And exhale. Give yourself a moment or two. Make sure you are fully back now. And when you're ready, open your eyes and look around you.